Yes, today we will start with chapter 3 coordinate geometry. Now, in this, you must have studied about René Descartes. He was a great French mathematician of 17th century. He created the Cartesian plane, which you call as coordinate plane. He saw a fly on his bedroom ceiling, and from here he discovered the idea of the Cartesian plane. He wanted to find the distance of the fly from the two edges of the ceiling. So he used the system for describing the position of a point in a plane. So to describe the position of a point, if you want to describe the position of any point in a plane surface, then we use this Cartesian plane. To locate a point in a plane, we require two perpendicular lines. One of them is horizontal and the other is vertical. So this is your horizontal line which you call as x-axis, and this is your vertical line which you call as y-axis. The point of intersection of the axis where these two axes intersect, that point is called origin and it is denoted by O. The coordinate axes divide the plane into four parts called quadrants. So the coordinate axes, these axes divide this Cartesian plane or the coordinate plane into four equal parts, that is your first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. So as you are observing that Descartes, the name of the mathematician, from this Cartesian plane is originated. The name of the plane, Cartesian plane, is from the name of the mathematician. Now, the distance of the point from y-axis is called its x-coordinate. Look here, this is your point. This is called the ordered pair and we write it in the bracket x comma y. Now, this is called x coordinate and this is called y coordinate. The point x, this is called x coordinate and this is called y coordinate. The distance of the point from the y axis. Now, this is your y axis and this distance x, this is from the y-axis. This distance is from the y-axis which we call as x-coordinate. So the x point is how much distance far away from the y-axis, that is x. Let the x be 2. So we can say that this 2 units is away from the y-axis. This x is 2, then we will say the distance is 2 units. And this is called as your x coordinate. Now, the distance of the point from x-axis is called the y coordinate. You are observing as we are saying the distance of the point from x-axis, then the coordinate will be the opposite one, that is your y coordinate. So the distance of the point from the x-axis. So this is your y point and how much it is far away from the x-axis, that is y. This distance is y. So the point y coordinate, how it is formed? It is the distance of this point from your x-axis is called this coordinate, or we name it as ordinate also. This you have studied in your 8th class also. Now you know x comma y, this is called the ordered pair and they are called the coordinates of a point. The coordinates of a point on the x-axis are of the form x comma 0. Now these coordinates which are on the x-axis, they are of which form? X comma 0. This is the general form of any point lying on the x-axis. So we can say this point as 1 comma 0. Here y is 0. Y coordinate is 0. We are not moving any distance for the y coordinate. So we are at the same axis, that is your horizontal axis, and the distance here is only the x coordinate, and the y coordinate, that is we are not moving upward towards the y or downward towards the negative side of y. So it is 1 comma 0. And what is the ordered pair for this point? 2 comma 0. This point is labeled as B and this point is labeled as C. We can say 3 comma 0. This is 4 comma 0. So any point on the x-axis, always remember it is your y coordinate becomes 0 because we are not moving any distance towards y, towards your y-axis. And the coordinates of the point on the y-axis are of the form 0 comma y. Now any point on the y-axis, always remember it is opposite. Your x coordinate will be 0. On x-axis, y coordinate will be 0. On y-axis, x coordinate will be 0. So its general form will be 0 comma y. So what will be this point? P will called as 0 comma 1. X coordinate becomes 0. We are not moving any distance. We are moving 0 distance from the x coordinate, but we are moving towards y coordinate. So it becomes 0 comma 1. It becomes we are moving from 0 to 1, 0 to 2, 0 to 3. So it becomes 0 comma 1, 0 comma 2, 0 comma 3. So in general we can say it is 0 comma y and this is x comma 0. Now the coordinates of origin are O 0 comma 0. So the origin point, it has the coordinates as 0 comma 0. Now your coordinates has been divided into, the plane is divided into 4 quadrants. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. You have to move it in the anti-clockwise direction from this to this. This is your positive x, this is your negative x called as x dash. This is your positive y, this is your negative y, y dash. Now your x coordinate is always written at the first position and the y coordinate in the second position. So what is the sign of this x coordinate? Plus. And what is the sign of this y coordinate? Plus. So it becomes plus plus. So the two coordinates are having plus sign. So they will fall in the first quadrant. And the ordered pair having minus plus sign will be in the second quadrant, because your x coordinate here is negative and your y coordinate here is positive. Firstly x, then y. So it is negative, then positive, minus plus. It is your second quadrant. In the third quadrant, what is your x coordinate? Negative. What is your y coordinate? Negative. So its signs becomes negative comma negative. It is your third quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, what is your x quadrant? X sign positive, y sign negative. So it is plus minus. So it is your fourth quadrant. And one thing more, that in the first and the third quadrants, they are opposite to each other and their signs are also plus plus or minus minus. And in the second quadrant it is negative then positive y, negative x positive y, and these two quadrants, they are opposite to each other. Here it is positive x and negative y. So these are the signs of the quadrants. Now we will discuss about the equation of x-axis. What is the equation of x-axis? That is y is equal to 0. Look here, this is your x-axis. Its equation is y is equal to 0. Equation always holds equality sign. So here it is equal to symbol, y is equal to 0. Now it means on x-axis you have observed that every y coordinate is 0. On the x-axis y coordinate is 0. It is 1 comma 0, 2 comma 0, 3 comma 0. So we can say y coordinate is 0 and you can choose any number here, 1, 2, 3. So it becomes 1 comma 0. So this one, 2 comma 0, 3 comma 0. So this is the equation of x-axis, that is y is equal to 0. And in the same way, the equation of y-axis is x is equal to 0. You have to take opposite coordinate, that is x equal to 0. So the equation of y-axis, it becomes x is equal to 0. Why it is so? Because on x-axis, which coordinate is 0? X coordinate is 0. You have observed earlier also that on the y-axis, your x coordinate is 0. It is 0, comma 1. Your x coordinate is 0. 0, comma 2. 0, comma 3. So you can take these points as 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. So when you represent them on the Cartesian plane, so you'll get this axis, that is your y-axis, and the equation becomes x is equal to 0 because on the y-axis your x coordinate is 0. On x-axis your y coordinate is 0. So the equation is y is equal to 0. Here the equation is x is equal to 0 because your x coordinate is 0. Now, if a line is parallel to x-axis, what happens if a line is parallel to x-axis? Now, what is the equation of x-axis? Y is equal to 0. You have observed it. The equation of x-axis is y is equal to 0. Now, if a line is passing from a point 2, now it is parallel to your x-axis, what will be the equation of this line? This line will also behave like your x-axis. It will be also like y is equal to, but since this is passing from 0, so it is y is equal to 0, and the equation of this line will be y is equal to 2 as it is passing from 2. If it is passing from minus 1, then what will be the equation of this line which is passing from minus 1? What will be its equation? Its equation will be y is equal to minus 1. The equation of x-axis is y is equal to 0. Any line passing from 2 and parallel to x-axis, that is y is equal to 2. It will behave like this. Y is equal to something. From where it is passing, that is equal to that number. If it is passing from the negative side, minus 1, so it becomes y is equal to minus 1. So this is the equation of x-axis. A line parallel to x-axis. Now the line parallel to your y-axis. Now on y-axis, what is the equation of y-axis? X is equal to 0. The equation of y-axis is x is equal to 0. Now if a line is parallel to the y-axis, it will behave like this. Y-axis. So it will be also like x is equal to, since it is passing from 0, so it is x is equal to 0, and it is passing from 3, so it is x is equal to 3. So the equation of any line passing from y-axis is x is equal to the point from where it is passing. So x is equal to 3. So here you know the coordinates will be, since your x is fixed, x is 3, so x will be 3. Because if we want to find the equation of this line which is parallel to the y-axis, and this line is passing through 3 and the x coordinate here is 3, so make it fixed, it is 3, and take any numbers for y, so it becomes 3 comma 0. So this is 3 comma 0. Next is 3 comma 1, so it is your 3 comma 1, 3 comma 2. So this will be the equation of the line which is parallel to your y-axis. And what is the equation? X is equal to 3. So what is the equation of x-axis? Take its opposite coordinate. Y is equal to 0. If it is your axis, that is your horizontal axis, so the equation will be y is equal to 0. Equation of y-axis. Take the opposite coordinate, that is x. X is equal to 0. Here you have to take 0. For the axis you have to take 0. A line parallel to x-axis. A line parallel to x-axis. It will behave like x-axis. It will be y is equal to, but some number from where it is passing. Let it be a. And a line parallel to y-axis. So it will behave like your y-axis, that is x is equal to, but from where it is passing, let it be a, so it will be x is equal to a. The equation of y-axis is x is equal to 0. If a line is parallel to the y-axis, so it will be x is equal to some number from where it is passing. So let it be passing from the point A. So it is x is equal to A. This is the main difference between the equation of y-axis and a line parallel to the y-axis. Equation of x-axis, y is equal to 0. Equation of a line parallel to x-axis, y is equal to some number from where it is passing. So it will be y is equal to A. It is y is equal to 0. So these will behave like same, but since it is passing from origin, so it is y is equal to 0. Since it is passing from some other number, so it is y is equal to A.